Hello, fam. Welcome to the TG show. It's morning where I am. I am excited to share about my review on a webinar that I attended yesterday. It was organized by, I think they're called Art of Wellness, and they're in Malawi. We had panelists, the likes of Dr. Chiwoza Bandawe, Dr. Precious Maki, Chawanangwa Mpande, Kate Kujaliwa, and the Wirimas Mada of Miami Go Wirima, Patricia and Chiswe. I think they were the facilitators. I want to give them a big shout out. That was awesome. I was so proud and so happy we're having these conversations. My country, from Malawi, I was so happy. And the topics that were tackled there are topics that are so close to my heart, that I'm so passionate about: mental health, and most especially child and adolescent mental health. I'm passionate about it. Maybe because it is around my preteen teen years when I started to be quite aware of mental health challenges, or aware of things that I didn't quite like as a child. And I had a strong passion in me to not repeat the same things as a parent. It's not easy. I appreciate the investment that my parents made on me, and I appreciate that I have parents. So I'm not going to go into that. I would like to focus on the present and the future, and I'm a parent now, so it's challenging. One of the panelists, Dr. Precious Maki, back to yesterday, pointed out that parenting is a skill, and few parents invest in that skill, and I agree totally. Parenting is a skill, and most of us operate from a script that comes from our parents and their parents, or the people around us, or our guardians, or whatever we saw growing up. And a few of us have taken the time to challenge or ask ourselves how we felt about that particular experience, and do we want to continue that, or we're going to be generational trauma breakers, or we are going to be different because we know more. We have, information has increased on these things. We have become more aware of things that our parents were not aware of. So should we relax and still use the same script that our parents used, or we become intentional about our parenting, become intentional about what we want to pass on to the next generation, become intentional about breaking generational traumas? I, for one, subscribe to conscious parenting. And I think one of the tenets of conscious parenting is what we've just talked about: investing in that skill of parenting. If you're at a loss, you have no idea what you're doing or what's happening with your child, read about it, research, ask professionals, ask for help. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of information on the internet. There are books. There are professionals. There's a lot of knowledge. Invest in it. Invest in it. It's just as important as other things you're putting your importance in. It is very important. So I'm really happy that such conversations are being had, and more especially in Malawi. I'm so happy, and I urge us as parents, as people, to invest in parenting, to invest in that skill, to perfect the art. We cannot do things perfectly. I'm not a perfect parent, let me tell you. parenting can be triggering, it can be frustrating. I don't know how many times I've just like, I can't do this, or I'm gonna do something to this child. But then again, you can't stop growing. You can't stop wanting to change. You can't stop challenging your views. We have to be open and humble. Another one of the panelists, Chao Ampande, I loved what she said. We should be able to say sorry to our children. We should allow our children to express themselves. And I was just like, wow, yes. There was a quote that I reposted on one of my Instagram pages, Chats with Tao. You can check that out. I'm not going to give it to you word for word, but it was a challenge, and a reminder to say, would you rather have your child be compliant and shut down, or I wouldn't use the word defiant, but be confident and alive? So I think there's certain things that we do that, yes, you may get the intended result you want, but there are two routes to it. There's a positive reinforcement way and a negative reinforcement way. Which one do you prefer? The other one is easier. The other one is harder, but I think it's worth it. That's it for today. Enjoy your day. Ciao.